Hey y'all, this your favorite city girl gardener and urban farmer 803, and I'm in the garden this morning and I am filling up my raised beds. I have 3 foot by 1 foot garden raised beds. They're green and round. I added them to the garden this season and I needed to get them filled up. I'm down really low on my compost and my load of soil that I ordered at the beginning of this season. However, I just finished this one up by using the Hugelkultur method. In the bottom, I have some cardboard boxes. I put some wooden logs that I chopped up from some of the trees that we had cut here on the farm. I put those in. I then covered them up with hay, or straw, I should say. Some of the straw that I got from our local farmers exchange. Smashed that down really good, and then I covered it up with the compost soil that I had ordered at the beginning of this season. It didn't take a lot of the dirt. I did put down some of my rabbit manure in there as manure. I was thinking this morning, I need to get some cow manure. I need to get some manure to add into these garden beds. And then I was like, voila, I have compost, I have manure, I have ready manure from my rabbits, and so that's what I used. Watch me as I fill up this other raised bed. This hay got wet from the rain that we did have last week. That one bale was left out. I didn't get it covered up or in the greenhouse. And so I definitely want to get this used up so that it doesn't start molding in the inside and I have to waste it. So I got one more spot that's still kind of low. I'm gonna tuck that in there in that low spot, get it packed in really good. And hey, did mama scare the baby? Huh? All right, got my manure, and I'm just gonna pour it all in here. Garden gloves on, let's spread this around. All right, and now we're ready for the soil. All right, let's get this pushed down. Once I get the water on, I'm gonna get this smashed. I'm gonna get this all watered in, but this raised garden bed here is finished. Mission accomplished today. I got both of my green 3 foot by 1 foot garden raised beds filled, and let's move on to the next bed. All right, y'all, the next garden raised bed that I am going to fill up, it is right here. This is the frame of one of my old tents. We had the bad storm last year, and the hail, we had golf ball size hail. The hail tore up the tent, tore holes in the tent covering, and so this is the frame that was left, and I wanted to use it. I felt like it'd be a good trellising type of thing for the garden. So I filled up some black pots and put them around. I anchored the legs down in the pots, filled them up with soil really good, got it compacted in there. So hopefully if we have a strong wind, the wind won't come and blow it away, but time will tell. But this is the trellis that I want to use for the garden. I thought about using it to grow some loofah. I thought about using it as a grape arbor, grow grapes on it to hang down. I thought about using it for cucumbers. I've thought about using it for like my small melons that we like to grow and eat. I'm undecided. If you guys are here and watching, tell me what you guys think I should do with this. I could also use it for trellising some of the asparagus, green beans that I grow. They grow to be a foot or a little bit longer than a foot, and they hang down on trellises. So I'm undecided, but give me some ideas. Tell me what you think I should do with this trellis. I have everything that I need on my wagon. That's my new little wagon there. I got the sides pulled down so that I can put my hay and my logs on there. And then you see I have my wheelbarrow with my soil, my compost in it, as well as some of that rabbit manure from my rabbits back there to put in this bed. I do have some bigger logs at the back over there, so I'm gonna pull them over, put them into this bed, get that hay spread out, get as much as my rabbit manure as possible to put in here to help fill up this bed. And so you guys stay tuned. I had this cardboard over there. These are some of my longer logs. We're gonna put them at a diagonal. I'm gonna put that at diagonal. That's pretty long. And then got a few more. This is from some of those oak trees that we cut. When I tell you, oh my Lord, it smells so good back there when we were cutting these. But then we stopped because we were just kind of like, These oak trees are some money, so we might need to hold off on cutting our oak trees up. But I'm going to use as many of the logs as I can from the ones that we've already cut down. But when I tell you, they smell so good, they really smell real good. All right, I have my wooden logs over in here. I did put wooden logs over in the other bed that I'm going to fill up, but I'll show you guys that one shortly. But let's get this bed filled up and get the soil in so we can start on our last bed for today. I don't know what's going on with my clothes today, but we gonna get that together. Don't even worry about it. Ew. Let's get our rabbit manure. We'll get one more bucket of rabbit manure, and then we'll get our soil on top. All right, guys, as you can see, I have already gotten the wood logs in here. I've gotten the hay in here. I'm on the back side of my girls' rabbit hutch here, and their manure is up under here. And I'm going to scoop out some of the manure over directly into this bed. And then once I do that, I'm going to get the soil on. And this is our last bed that we'll fill for today. Mission accomplished. I got 4 garden raised beds filled today by using the Hugelkultur method. I'm not going to plant in them today, but what I am going to do is get the water on. I'm going to get them watered in really good. I'm going to let it settle overnight or for maybe the next 2 days, kind of get settled in, get the soil sunk down and settled in, and the hay, or straw, excuse me. And then maybe by the weekend, I'll start planting some things in it. This is going to be my rabbit garden. This is going to grow, this bed is going to grow all food that I'm going to use to feed my rabbits. Of course, I do the grain feed for them, but I do want to supplement with some vegetables, leafy vegetables, some carrots, and things that the rabbits could use as treats, as well as it'll help when it comes to the cost of purchasing feed. And I purchased mine from Tractor Supply, so I am trying to save all around. And then it may come to a time where I do nothing but garden fresh food to feed my rabbits. But until then, I am going to supplement this garden to provide them with some fresh fruits, vegetables, or should I say vegetables and herbs, because I'm gonna keep my fruit, and give them some of the grain feed that gives them some of the nutrients and stuff that they lack, that they need, the extra stuff, and of course a lot of the protein stuff. So let's get some manure over in here and get this bed topped off with some compost soil. I think that should do it. Now I'm gonna go over and get some more of the, get the remaining of my soil and top this bed off. All right, let's see how this goes. right, it's all done. Came back over to my trellis. I'm gonna add a little bit more dirt in this bed, because I only did one little small load of dirt, so I'm gonna add more of this compost soil to this bed, and we're really gonna be done today. Look at that little glass. All done. I'm back. I told y'all that the last bed, the rabbit bed, was my last bed that I was going to fill up for today. I lied again. Because look, this is the last bed that I'm going to fill today. This is the last bed right here that I'm going to fill. I'm going to get the rest of this soil that's in my wheelbarrow. This is the last of the compost and the order of soil that I got at the beginning of the season. It has gone a long way. I filled up, I topped off raised beds here in the garden, and I have filled up beds that I said I wasn't going to put back in my garden this year, that I was going to give away to some people, but I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to do a garden raised bed giveaway. It's going to be coming up sometime this week. I'm going to sit and think about how I want to do it and what I want to do to give these beds away. I want to come up with some requirements for you guys, fun, nothing hard, nothing just crazy, ridiculous type stuff, but some fun things for my garden lovers that you can do to show why you should get these garden raised beds that I'm going to give away. If you live in another state, I'm going to put them in the mail to you, and then I'll send you confirmation of the mailed receipt with your address and stuff, so you see that it is legit and that you're going to get these garden raised beds. But this is the last bed from my garden, from the backyard, from years ago, that I am filling today. I just went ahead and added it in the garden. I have no idea what else I'm going to do, but I really do need to stop adding on to the garden. But I am, since I'm getting this one all finished here, I am going to start on my classroom garden area for the students that come out to the garden to do activities, to learn how to grow food in different things in different ways. But let's get this bed topped off, and I'll show you guys the finished product when I'm done. All right, guys, this bed is complete. It was topped off with the last bit of compost soil that I ordered at the beginning of the season. It needed a little bit more soil, so I had 2 bags of the Carolina Gold potting mix that I get from Lowe's. I had 2 bags of it, and I topped it off with those. So I have completed 5 beds today, filling them up by the Hugelkultur method, which is layering with organic matter, cardboard, wood logs, straw, manure, topsoil, and compost. I layered them up. They're ready to be planted out. However, I think it's going to rain, so I'm going to let the rain water them in. I'm going to let it settle for a few days, and then we're going to put some stuff in there to grow in here that doesn't have many deep roots. And that's it for the day. I am really done. Check out the 5 beds that I filled today.